graph transformations. So here we're going to look at some rules, which is actually going to apply to any graph. Any graph that you want to do, these transformations work every time. And we're going to apply the transformations to y equals x cubed. So y equals x cubed is a function that just looks like this, with our x and y axis. And we're going to learn some golden rules. So our first one is that if you put a negative in front of the entire function, so you get the function, whatever it is, and wrap it in a negative, what it'll do is it'll flip the graph using the x-axis as a mirror. So it'll flip the graph with the x-axis. So when we go to graph this one, we know our original graph, and flipping everything above the x-axis to below and everything below above, we'll get something like that. And that'll work for any graph, we're just applying it to a cubic. All right, let's look at our next transformation. So let's quickly draw up our original again. So this is y equals x cubed. Our next rule is that if you substitute x for minus x, so it's a bit different to the last one. So the last one we just put a minus in front of the whole function, but this time we're substituting x for minus x. That'll actually flip the graph using the y-axis as your reflection point. So if we do that, everything on the right of the y-axis gets flipped to the left, and everything on the left gets flipped to the right. It's actually the exact same graph as we had last time, because essentially minus x cubed is the same as minus x cubed. So it actually makes sense that they're actually the same thing, but this does apply to all graphs. Okay. Our original function, y equals x cubed. Now, our next rule is if you take the function and just add a constant on the end, it'll shift it up on the y-axis, or if you subtract a constant, it'll shift it down the y-axis. So our original cubic is going through 0. So if you shift everything up by 2, the cubic now cuts through 2. If you make it negative 2 on the end, it'll go down by 2 just like that. Let's look at our original function again. Our next rule is that if you substitute x with x plus a constant, so here we've swapped x for x plus 2, and we'll do the same thing with x minus 2, this will shift the graph sidewards. Plus actually shifts it left by whatever the constant is, and minus actually shifts it to the right by whatever the constant is. Let's have a look at what these ones would look like. So plus 2 actually shifts it to the left by 2. So instead of going through the origin, it's going to go through minus 2, doing this. And x minus 2 is going to shift it to the right by 2. So the function will be doing that.